Good afternoon, learners. Welcome to our business study lecture for today. Our topic for today is the marketing mix, but we are focusing on promotion. Um, to start with, let me take you through our objective of the day, which is define promotion, distinguish between informative and persuasive advertising. Objective number 3 is distinguish between different types of advertisement. What is promotion? Promotion is a form of marketing communication that uses various methods to reach a target of audience with a certain message in order to achieve a certain organizational objective. We all know that each and every business have its own objectives, and each and every business want to achieve their objective through different ways. So for the business to achieve its objectives, they have to find many ways to promote their product so that customers can be aware of what product they are selling. And my name is Teopolina.
Okay, my name is Leopold and I'm going to continue with the types of advertisement that we have. We have informative advertisement and persuasive advertisement. Now, when you talk of informative advertisement, this is now advertisement that provides clear information to the consumers about the goods and services. Now, this advertisement states clearly the availability of the product, the information, and the quality, including the characteristics of the product. So this means that when a business advertises using informative advertisement, they state clearly what the type of product it's selling, the certain amount of products that they have in the store, which is the stock, their characteristics, which are the features, and also the quality that the product has. While now when you talk of persuasive advertising, this is when the business advertises to persuade consumers through specific techniques to buy the product. Now, one of the techniques that might be used in regard of this advertising is the use of famous people or their names to promote the product in order to make it more acceptable to the consumers. Because you know now when people are looked up to famous people, so it will become a trend when a business advertises their product with famous people, because now their followers also want to buy the same product. So that is persuasive advertisement. And now now you need to take note of the objectives of advertisement, the exact objectives of why businesses advertise. So the first one that we have is to produce new and unknown goods to customers. So businesses advertise when they are introducing a new new and unknown goods to the customers. So this is a great way to put a new product into the market, because when you come up with a new product, people don't know about the product, so you need to advertise to find your potential customers or to enter the market gap or the market segment that you are targeting. Now, the second objective is to increase the demand for already existing known products. So yeah, business advertise to increase the demand of an existing product to improve the sales of the product, and in the end, the revenue will also increase. So as I said, like in persuasive advertisement, when they use now these famous people, it will increase the popularity, because now a lot of people follow these people and they will see they are, for example, the celebrities, they also using the same product, so they will now also want to have the same product. So that is what it means when you say to increase the demand of the popularity of the product. And the last one that we have is to maintain the demand for these goods. Yes, now in order for the sales to continue flowing and for the business to get more revenue, companies need to maintain a constant advertising strategy so that customers keep flowing in, so that these goods can actually increase, these goods can actually be sold and be out of stock, so that maybe they cannot now be in stock, and because some goods can now can be spoiled if they stay for long, for example, in the shelves. So that's why now business need to advertise to maintain the demand for these goods, so that they don't stay in the store for a long time.
So, moving on, my name is Roswitha. I'm going to touch on the type of advertisement. As you know, we have different type of advertisement. Business can use different type of advertisement. Let me mention some of the advertisement that you know, that you might know. One of them is a radio, a television, advertisement web, as well as a mobile telephone or a newspaper or a poster. So moving on with a newspaper. So with the type of advertisement method, we are just going to touch on the advantages and disadvantages. Starting off with the newspaper, the advantages of newspaper is unable in illustration and explanation. As you know, a newspaper you can read and you can understand. So secondly, is suitable for high frequency. It's related and very cheap. As you know, a newspaper, it's even it costs $5. It's very cheap, so it's very affordable for everyone. So moving on the disadvantages, it's very poor production. Once a newspaper floats in water, it will totally damage because it is a very poor quality. Secondly, it's a short lifespan and it's very quick in reading. That's it.
Okay, my name is Ms. Mwatara, and we are going to continue with the forms of advertisement. We're going to look at radio. Radio has so many advantages, and we are going to look at a few of them. One of them is it can reach a specific audience at a certain time. A radio is such an amazing tool. I can be in Oschimbingwe, one can be in Opuo, the other one can be in Swakop, and they will get the very same information because everybody is listening to the same radio station. It does not compete with other advertisements. Why? Because other advertisements are limited and expensive, but radios are very cheap and commerciable. It is also suitable for mass communication. Like I said, with the first advantage, it gets to reach out a lot of people. Radios, we can also find them on our small phones. People can literally just connect their small antennas and they have the information or the news, or they know what is going on around the world. Moving on to the disadvantages, it has limited availability. Unfortunately, people who are not fortunate to buy it or to come in contact with it are not able to make use of it. It has no back reference to message. It cannot be recorded like with television, where you can record whatever it is that was advertised. Usually you can come back to it, but with the radio is that once it's said, it's said for good. No illustrations possible. With a TV, one can demonstrate, let's say for example, there was a rape case that happened in Okuriangava, in a bush so and so. One can actually, when you are looking at the television, they get to give you a picture of where it happened. But with the radio, unfortunately, there is no illustration. You don't get to see this person. It's just basically just somebody talking, you see? So you don't get to see pictures and so on. The last disadvantage is that it's relatively expensive advertisement. To advertise on the radio is very, very expensive. I remember a time whereby I had to advertise our business, and they asked us something like 6,000 just for 2 hours. So it's relatively expensive compared to televisions and other advertisements. Well, we're moving on to television. Television's advantages are images and illustrations possible. With the television, you have the person speaking, you have the images, and you have the illustrations. if there was war somewhere or the xenophobia that was taking place in South Africa, the looting, sorry, you both see the narrations and then you see the pictures, and you have all of this. And then the second one is messages can be heard, seen at the same time. Just that I said with the first one, you can see the message, you can hear them at the same time, and you can actually see what is happening. That is television for you. Suitable for mass marketing because you can actually, even though it's a bit expensive to have a TV, unfortunately for the vulnerable or the disadvantaged communities, you can also, it's a mass marketing because a lot of people uses it. Let's say like breweries, there's that thing, after the news or any other soapy, they bring in something with the meat, I don't know, soccer, and then they advertise their draft or their tafel. Okay? And then the disadvantages are it's a very expensive, especially if aired during peak times. During summer, it becomes very expensive, especially when you want to advertise something spring related, anything related to summer, because it's a peak time. Everybody wants to do, everybody wants to have money, everyone wants to pursue during the summertime. So it becomes very expensive because if you have the money, you advertise it. If you don't have the money, you don't get to advertise it. Has a short lifespan, unfortunately. Television has a short lifespan. It cannot really take up too much, and everything that happens, even though recorded, it can disappear for some time. And then the biggest last disadvantage is it is often ignored. Guys, this is so true because most of us have televisions at home, but we hardly switch them on. Actually, I noticed, especially news, we don't watch news, and anything that happens on the television, we don't really have information about it compared to things that are happening on our social medias and so forth. Thank you guys for listening. Now I want to send you out there. I want you guys to go to breweries. Ask them how they pursue their customers. Ask them how they come up with their campaigning or their advertising campaigns and how they attract their customers. Go out there, ask them. We will give you letters from the school so you get it from primary source. With that being said, we have come to the end of this lesson. We are going to continue our next lesson very soon. Thank you so much for watching. This is the business study class.